All right, guys, so The Drive put out an article about the new BMW XM Concept, which is going to be like pretty much like a super SUV. This is going to be very interesting, and the pictures, in my opinion, are kind of interesting. And just like BMW standard, the more power it has, the bigger grille it has. So let me know what you guys think of this XM Concept. It is going to be an M-only SUV. They're claiming it's going to have 750 horsepower, and it's going to have a velvet bench seat in the back. So this is going to be the only M car that the BMW has made since the M1, which was actually discontinued in 1981. So like every other model they make, they have all these different variants of it, and then they have the M version that's like the top tier. This is going to be just an M across the board. There's not going to be different levels of this. I feel like they're trying to do this to keep up with all the other automakers, like the Lamborghini Urus, Rolls-Royce Cullinan. All these other big high-end companies are making all these SUVs. And I feel like BMW, yes, they have a bunch of SUVs already. They have a bunch of M SUVs. But I feel like they want to have like something that's really high-end, top tier, something that was built to be insane. I feel like the design is, in my opinion, a little kind of all over the place. I feel like they don't have like an actual like design flow. Like to me, it just seems like everything just kind of randomly thrown about all over the car. Some of the design aspects are just kind of like in your face. Like the grille, for example, is just going to be massive. That whole front end is going to be huge, but it's going to have a big V8. They are saying that they're going to put 23-inch rims on this thing, which is going to be insane. So in addition to the massive grille and these little itty-bitty headlights, they're also putting these little tiny LED lights up by the top of the A-pillar where it kind of meets the roof. It does have these like hexagonal vertical stacked exhaust tips. Those are kind of interesting. You got two on each side that are stacking, which is kind of interesting. It does show like a little BMW logo up at the top of the glass on each side of the rear window, which that is kind of like a little homage to the BMW M1. That's actually the last time we did see that. So it's kind of cool that they're putting the BMW logo on each side like that. The inside, at first, it kind of looks like leather. In the pictures, it almost looks like worn leather. So if I got this car, I'd want it to look like nice and brand new. I don't want a car that looks old and worn out, or it has like old leather seats. Like, I just don't think this is my thing. But when you go to the back seats, this is where it gets quite interesting. Is you have this like suede back seats that, like, to me, this is the type of material that you see like in those like lowrider cars that are bouncing up and they're like rolling around on three wheels and stuff like that. This is the type of stuff that I've seen in those cars. When you look at the carpet, it looks like it's out of some old outdated house from like years back. Like to me, it looks bad. It's like a weird green color with the seats being blue. I will say the headliner actually does look really nice and futuristic. With kind of like the angular pattern, so I do really like that aspect. But that rear seat is quite interesting. I do like the pattern that they do kind of have with the headrest, how it kind of has like that opening in the middle. That does match kind of like in the front seat going into the back seat. But you do see the difference in materials from the front to back. So I don't know if that's their intent to make the car look like it's like older and kind of worn, especially like with the leather. To me, it looks like older worn leather from like a sofa or something, like a really nice high end like sofa, but like it just all looks worn. To me, it does not look brand new and crisp and what you think of having a brand new high end car, especially like this. And then whenever you get to the power specs, it's going to have a hybrid V8 powertrain that's going to produce 750 horsepower, 737 foot-pounds of torque, and it's going to be the most powerful BMW to date. And currently the most powerful BMW is the M5 CS, which has 627 horsepower. And this is going to top that quite a bit. That's going to be like an extra 125 horsepower, and it's going to be in an SUV. It's going to be insane. So you think that for something like this crazy, this high end. It's going to be like brand new, top of the line. I would want this thing to have like nice clean leather, like brand new leather, front and back. I would want to have like all these futuristic looking, like the whole headliner looks futuristic, but the seats look old and outdated. Like I would want the entire car to look brand new and futuristic because I don't want it to look old and kind of gross. One of the things that does kind of suck though is the hybrid capability does add with the, it does assist the V8 in giving it that 750 horsepower. But if you do run on just electric alone, you only have about a 30-mile range. So you're not really, it's not really like a hybrid in a way. It's just using an electric assist with the V8. So you're not really looking at getting this thing, you're gonna be driving in electric mode. The electric is just to give it that extra power. All these pictures and everything, this is still a concept, but BMW does plan on scheduling the XM to hit the assembly line in late 2022. So I mean, we are about to hit 2022 here in a couple weeks, and they do plan on having this thing hit the assembly line this year. So in less than a year, this thing's gonna be probably up and running, and they're making these things, if you're curious, in a plant in South Carolina. So that'll be kind of interesting to see these, if they have any other like photos that come out, any other ideas or more like kind of refined concepts, because this is quite interesting. Let me know what you guys think of the XM, because to me, I feel like it's just like a hype vehicle. It doesn't seem like a practical vehicle whatsoever. I feel like it's just one of those like final attempts to have a V8, and that's pretty much the main intent. It's a hybrid, yes, but just to have the electric assist with the V8, just to get it up to 750 horsepower, that's pretty impressive. But like I said, I feel like this is all just a hype, like the last V8, the last crazy super powerful car. So yeah, this is gonna be quite interesting. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the BMW XM concept, and if this is something that you would ever, like let's say money is not an option, if you would consider buying this thing. To me, it does not look practical. Some people might like it. I personally don't. I think the design is just all over the place. Also, let me know what you guys think of the design. If you think it looks amazing how it is, if they should fix a lot of things, if they should make it look more realistic, maybe like shrink the grille size a little bit, but just like every other BMW, the more powerful they are, just like the new M4s, they made the grills super huge. So that's kind of no surprise if they do keep the grille size exactly how it is. But if you guys like this video, definitely hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or a bunch of other crazy awesome car content. But as always, thank you for watching.